welcome to Reddit on Reddit, the internet's auditory version of Reddit. I'm Nelson Allingham, joined by Michael Campbell.
You say you're Nelson Allingham every week, but I've never seen any proof of it.
Yeah, I know. I've neglected to show you birth certificates and driver's licenses.
Well, I have seen your driver's license, and it says a different name. That's why I'm curious.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I'm terrified that you'll steal my identity one day. Just you. The listeners I trust.
Yeah.
But
obviously.
you're close to me.
Yeah.
You could
and I'm always asking
work
for personal
stuff
information. Hey, Nelson, what street did you grow up on?
Yeah. You think my pet's, the first pet I had's name is Buffy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, now that I think about it, that's actually the name of a fictional TV character.
Yeah, exactly.
I see what you've done there.
Yeah. I made it believable, but yeah. You will not get me, Camber. Camber, I'd like to start this episode with a shout out.
Sure.
Sometimes I like to give a bit of a shout out.
Yeah.
They could be listening because technically anybody could be listening.
I like the attitude.
I'd like to give out a shout out to Jamie Lee Curtis.
Okay, sure.
Do you know what I think I've decided?
What?
She might be one of my most favorite actors of all time now.
Okay.
Might take the top spot. I think she's so brilliant.
Are you a fan of her mother, Janet Leigh, the original main actress from Psycho?
Don't know her.
You haven't seen Psycho?
No, I don't think I have actually.
The famous scene from Psycho.
Yeah.
That's Janet Leigh.
Yeah. Right.
So she was a scream queen in the 50s, and then her daughter went on to be a scream queen in the 70s with Halloween. And that was a big stunt casting at the time.
Yeah,
They're
right.
like, the girl that they got for Halloween is like the daughter of the classic.
Yeah, that's good. No, I just feel like I watched her most recently in an episode of The Bear. I feel like a few people have watched now. And I'm like, damn, she is so good. And she has like so much range. Even stuff like, what was it, Knives Out or something? Knives Out. Like, just bit more of a kind of silly role type thing, or I just feel like she's got all the range. She's really fantastic,
and we're glad to have her as a listener.
Yeah, probably. Anyway, this is for you,
Jamie
Lee Curtis.
I will say the thing I like about Jamie Lee Curtis is she advocated very publicly on her social media for more bands to play matinee shows, because she doesn't want to have to go out too late to see Coldplay. Like, I wouldn't personally see Coldplay myself, but I love the sentiment.
Yeah, that's good. How about the early risers? Have a 9 a.m. show. Yeah. That'd be nice.
This is how old I've got, Nelson. I booked tickets a couple months ago to see a punk band. Mm-hmm.
They're not going to be on early.
They're first coming to Melbourne in this kind of like smallish little venue, and they were starting, I think, 10.
Yeah.
I was like, look, annoying, but I really want to see them. I really like this band, and they've never been here before. Want to support them. However, that sold out quite quickly. Yeah. They said, look, we want to put on another show, but the only time it's available is actually the next day at 12. And I sold my ticket that I had, and I rebooked that midday show.
Yeah.
What a treat.
You bought all the tickets just in case they didn't sell enough.
I want to support this as a thing.
Yeah.
See, I did go see a matinee punk show.
Oh, that is very surprising.
Home by 6.
Awesome. Yeah, sounds good. All right, Camber, let's get into it. Actually, I have a really quick one here.
Okay.
This was cross-posted to us by Just Judging Reddit.
Oh, yeah, I think I saw this.
It's visual-based.
It is very visual.
But I thought it was hilarious, and I really want to encourage all our listeners to go onto our subreddit and see this post that Just Judging Reddit cross-posted to us. It was from the subreddit r/sushi, which I think a few weeks ago now I brought up as I don't even know why. Oh, it was about sushi rules. Anyway,
etiquette,
sushi etiquette, yeah. This is a picture of somebody, and I feel a little bit mean looking at this because it's someone trying their darndest.
Yeah.
And they haven't quite hit the mark.
I will say before you read the caption, I love even the confidence of the last word of the caption.
Yeah, I know. Oh, anyway, okay. So it starts off with, first time making sushi went okay. And let me tell you,
it didn't.
It didn't go okay. It went, they got some rice. They rolled a little bit of salmon in it. If somebody This is what I think has happened.
Yeah.
Somebody has told this person of sushi, but that person hasn't eaten sushi before.
Because technically they'd be like, based on what you described, I'm pretty sure this is sushi.
I just roll a bit of salmon and some rice, and that's sushi.
Yeah. It's
Anyway.
it's I don't want to sound too mean, Nelson, but I would say that what they've done there is they haven't made sushi.
Yeah, they haven't even come close to making sushi, I think.
I
Anyway.
will say there is a top comment from Pete South, but just the start of the comment says, I don't know where to start.
And then what I think is really funny is they've gone to something that I think is not as important, which is the rice you picked was the wrong grain.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this. I know you haven't seen this picture yet, but the rice is not like it's not the start of their problems.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right, let's do another one here. This, okay. Hold on, I'm not ready. Okay, now I've got it. This is in the subreddit polls, and it was by Moist Man 69420.
I think it's 69,420, Nelson.
No, 69420. That's how they wanted to say it. Or 69,420.
Yeah.
So this was a poll. If you had to delete one mobile phone app,
Yep.
which one would you delete? They've put a few options here. Camera, phone, Google, texting app, Snapchat, WhatsApp, messages. On the results.
Yeah.
You can vote for the results.
okay.
I hate that on polls. Don't put a result in.
First of all,
Yeah.
I would delete the Google app
Okay.
because like my browser just has a search engine built in. I
Okay.
so rarely use the Google app.
Yeah. Here's the thing that I think
Yeah.
you have done, and looking at the comments, a lot of other people have done, where I've assumed they've used Google in the sense of search engine functionality.
Okay, right. So like your web browser can no longer search. Is that what they're saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe still, let's say, a web browser, but no search functionality. I think that's what they
No
meant.
search
Because,
functionality through Google.
I mean, do you want the alternative?
Because like they say camera app, but
Yeah.
you can get other camera apps.
Yeah. Here's
So
the
what
thing.
they're saying is what functionality. What they're really saying is what functionality.
What functionality
would you?
It's not about the phone app as such. Because, you don't want the workarounds like that. You know what? I will allow you. This is the one exception to the rule. You can use Bing.
Yeah, well, obviously I would if I preferred search engine of choice.
Yeah. But in the real world,
Oh, you'd never allow that.
I would never use Bing. There is...
Yeah.
Okay. Which one would you remove then?
One
The
more
reason why I put this in was because I actually found this kind of hard, kind of tricky to be like, which one would I?
One more time through the options.
Get rid of camera, phone,
Yeah.
search engine,
Yeah.
or texting apps, and texting in general.
Texting in general.
I feel like I've got to keep the texting.
Yeah. And I mean, even just for my job, I need to keep the camera.
Yeah,
I use the camera a lot for my work.
yeah.
I guess it has to be phone.
Isn't that crazy? Because I use
Because
searching.
I just have to leave those voice memos via text now.
Yeah,
As
yeah.
phone calls.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I feel like I could achieve over text what I would achieve over phone. It would just take longer in some things.
Yeah.
And like if I had a customer service thing, I'd always need to email them rather than call them.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. I found this so I use the like Googling functionality the most, I think, on my phone.
Yeah.
I find it so easy. The phone to me is a way to quickly get information.
But
It's
just
like
a
the
sense
best way.
check, you don't use the Google app though, do you?
No, I use the Bing app.
Yeah. No, but let's hypothetically say we're joking.
Yeah.
Do you use the Google
No, well,
app?
I have a Pixel phone, so everything is just naturally Google.
But that's the same on my
Like-
iPhone as well.
Yeah.
The search bar is just Google.
Yeah, exactly. Do they even mean Chrome? Like, do they mean the web? Is that what they mean by the Google app, or is
Well,
there
see,
like
but
another Google app?
Apple, no, there is a Google app. And
Okay.
the only reason I have it is because iPhones don't natively have Google Lens.
Oh, right.
So the only reason I'll ever use the Google app is
Yeah.
if I, for some reason, need to use the Google Lens to search where an image came from.
Okay.
I'll open up the Google app and do it that way.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. You know what's interesting is they've started to build that functionality into phones now. I know Samsung and now
That's
Google.
right. I'm sure the next
phone
update
does
of
too.
iPhone will just have it, and then I'll delete the Google.
Yeah, because it's like now I can just natively search it. Yeah. Anyway, the phone thing seems crazy though. Removing it because you're like,
It's
that's
your phone.
the phone. I think maybe I'd get rid of camera because
At what point do you think they will move beyond the idea that these are phones?
Yeah.
Because I think we've both agreed that the one functionality we would remove if we had to is the phone.
Well, yeah. To me, it's either phone or camera.
Yeah.
But honestly, now that I think about it more realistically, I probably would just remove the phone part.
Yeah.
It's annoying though because I like
you
to
wanna-
call some people sometimes.
Me too.
Clarity is so much easier over phone conversation.
I'm not saying I don't use the phone.
Yeah.
I'm saying there are ways around that.
Yeah.
If you have to.
I would never be able to have a clear conversation with my mother.
Does that
again.
mean, like,
because
for
I
instance-
text her something and she'll text me something wildly different as an answer.
But if you text her something,
Love you,
she
Mum.
can't call you back, as is the classic parent move.
Oh yeah, that's
Like, oh, hey, Dad, just want to confirm you're coming. And then immediately there's a phone call. You're like,
Oh, yeah. Yes or no would have been fine.
yeah.
Actually, that happened to me the other day. I was asking for my mum's help. I wanted to know if oregano went in the thing that I was making. And that's all I texted her.
Yeah.
And anyway, I got a phone call and that one went for like 20 minutes.
And was the answer yes or no?
It was yes. Oh. That was the first thing she said. I should have just hung up.
Yes, Nelson, it does click.
Yeah. Hello? She would have kept talking. It would have been fine. I still would have been a good son. I feel like a bad person now that I've given so much crap to my mum. She's a good lady. All right. Anyway, Cambo, let's move into Ask Reddit. Ask Reddit. This Ask Reddit was by Makura Dai. 69.20. Okay. What do you miss the most from the 90s/2000s?
Oh, whatever it is, I think the thing that most people actually mean is youth.
Oh.
Whenever they're like, oh, TV was better in the 2000s and movies and music were better. I think you were younger and more optimistic.
I tell you what, go try watch Scrubs again, all right? That's not a good shit.
Yeah. Like, I think that because every generation will say music was better when they were younger.
Yeah.
And none of them are like, it's because I was young and free and had no cares and had the life ahead of me.
You know what I miss is the ignorance that Britney Spears wasn't being traumatized at the time.
Yeah. That's nice, isn't it?
That was nice to know that it seemed like a bit of fun. She was doing some good music and stuff.
I watched this really interesting documentary today about Yoko Ono and the Beatles. Yep. And it kind of demystifies the idea that she broke up the Beatles. And it goes into like, here are all the things that broke up the Beatles.
Yeah.
And here are how the public treated Yoko Ono.
Yeah.
And then it also goes to say that this is not the only time a woman has been blamed for something out of her control. And then they bring up Britney with Justin Timberlake.
Do you know what I love? Slightly left of center of celebrities and stuff, but the Dingo Ate My Baby lady story that went globally.
Yeah.
Totally incorrectly prosecuted. There's like, there's been documentaries about it now. But it was because she didn't kind of elicit the type of emotion on camera that people would feel is like normal when you've lost your baby, which obviously we know people process stuff differently. And she just got vilified, literally sent to jail. And there was like, they're like, no. There were like, for one, there was Aboriginal people at the time that were like trackers helping out. And there was like, oh no, there's like definitely dingo tracks like around here, around the tent. There was stuff that they said on the, I'm getting into like a weird tangent here, but I just find it so interesting. There was like red stains, like splatter stains on the like dashboard of the car. And they were like, that's bloodstains. And it just wasn't. And the evidence was literally falsified.
Yeah.
Because they're like, jump on this lady. We don't like her.
It's crazy.
How
Isn't
fucking
it?
crazy is
that can happen. And I would say the ultimate example, I mean, maybe she's the ultimate example because she went to prison, but Monica Lewinsky, in her early 20s, had an affair with the president of the United States. And everyone goes, how could she?
How dare you?
How could she do that to him?
Yeah.
What? Yeah. How do you think she had the power in that circumstance?
Yeah.
For years, people would make jokes about her.
Yeah.
Crazy. Anyway,
pretty crazy.
I miss not knowing that.
Glad I'm mad.
I think there's things that we miss. It doesn't mean they were better
I
necessarily.
miss my Discman.
Yeah. I still have my Discman.
Yeah.
I've learned how to walk so it wouldn't skip in my backpack when I walked home from school.
Oh, that was a talent. It used to take you like way longer to get everywhere.
Yeah. I had to like duck walk.
Yeah.
But like, for instance, people often say that they miss going to the video store. Now that's not necessarily a better experience in that like you had to go somewhere, rent something for like $8 for one night and then drive it back the next day.
Yeah,
But the
Bit
experience
of
of
an
being
inconvenience.
in the video store is very nostalgic. So it's not to say it's a
I do
better
think there's
system,
something
but
that-
I miss it.
Do you know what the equivalent is, right? Of why I feel like we can't experience that this day. Like if you were trying to replicate that, right? We say like, Netflix, any sort of streaming service, right? You can look on and you can browse through everything. But the problem is the algorithm has determined like what to send you. I remember talking to my sister recently. She said she was like in an Airbnb or something. Somebody had looked into Netflix and they just watched totally different stuff. She scrolled through Netflix and she was like, I did not know this stuff existed on Netflix because it's so tailored to me, my version. And I feel like you going to a Blockbuster or something, there was that like, I'll just walk down the aisle.
Yep.
I'll look at the covers. I'll see what's there.
I would say there is a kind of equivalent. I believe it's Mubi, M-U-B-I, and they kind of have a curated list that is not algorithmic. It's just like, this is what we have at the moment.
Yeah,
This is all you can watch, and they deliberately keep it to a certain amount for that very reason to be like, try this.
Yeah.
And then they have, I believe, their top lists and stuff are curated.
Yeah.
So it's people being like, here's our recommendations.
Yeah.
Which is probably the closest, but it's still not the same, is it? Like, I still miss that experience.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there's still something there. I think the final thing that I miss from the 90s and 2000s is the warheads.
Yeah.
They used to actually be sour.
Well,
they used to be so sour that you couldn't hold them in your mouth.
I often wonder this.
Yeah. Is it like a memory thing? Yeah.
Or like, are we, because I would say as we've grown older, we've eaten more food, hotter food, sour food. So is our palate now just at a point where you're like, is it the same level of sour and we are just now, and we have grown to be like, oh, that's actually not so bad and we had limited experience when we were kids? Or is it actually less sour?
Okay, this is my reasoning as to why I think they're not as sour. And
PC gone mad.
PC gone mad. Oh, that's funny. Okay, lollies that I quite like at the moment, Sour Patch Kids. They are actually not.
So, what is this podcast?
Do Sour Patch Kids exist in other parts of the world?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I've had
Everyone's
them in
got them?
America at least.
And warheads?
I don't know about warheads.
Oh, shit.
I mean, the other kind of warheads do, certainly.
Ah, yeah, that's what we're talking about.
And they are pretty sour.
Yeah,
That's my understanding.
Yeah.
Melt your face right off.
Some people might say, pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Anywho, let's pretend like everybody knows what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And the Sour Patch Kids they're not advertised as being like, oh my God, blow your brains off, so sour.
Yeah.
And I would say the sour level is equal between those
All right. So
and Warheads now.
You like that they're humble about it.
Well, I think it's just because Warheads have toned down their sourness. Because here's the thing. My memory of Warheads, it was a challenge.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, I'm going to enjoy this lolly.
But-
and I think they learned at some point, they were like, hey, you know what would be a great idea? Instead of making these so intolerable that people do it as a challenge, let's make it actually a yum lolly.
How old are your niece and nephew now?
7, 8.
Would you say that's about the time you're getting
8, 9?
into a Warheads being really sour?
Yeah, maybe.
I would say maybe
age.
the test is give them a Warhead and see
I'll
whether or
report
not
back.
they're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Because if they're like, oh, this is fine, then I would say certifiably they must be now less wrong.
Okay.
But if that rocks their world.
Oh, but I have hit, again, the Sour Patch connection. I have seen them eat Sour Patch lollies, and they like them. They enjoy them.
Interesting.
And not sour. Anyway.
So what you're saying is kids these days are weak and PC's gone mad.
PC's gone mad. All right, Kemba, let's get into Today I Advice.
So now it's time for Today I Learned. What the intro's about.
Today I Learned.
And also sometimes advice.
This Today I Learned is by Kerma the Turtle. Today I learned that the UK has a TV show called Gogglebox, in which viewers watch people watching TV.
That is nuts. I
So
cannot
nuts.
believe the UK
The British
have stooped
are insane.
to this level of television.
I always knew they were idiots.
And that's enough about Gogglebox.
yeah.
Don't look
Let's
it up.
move on. No, obviously Australia has this too.
Yeah, we have this too. By the way, Stacey's family loves it.
Oh, no.
That was my reaction. And then I got called a snob.
I used to like Stacey's family and Stacey.
Yeah.
I don't like her anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is crazy because to me it is the most genius idea that anybody has ever come up with, because the main thing for this, I think, that's important, right, to realize almost why it exists is because the channel that produces this obviously is only watching people watch the shows that are on their channel.
Yeah, I think
that they have the rights to.
Technically, Eden could have been on it because I think, weren't they covering Survivor?
Oh.
I have a feeling they were covering the latest season of Survivor on the latest season of Gogglebox.
Oh. And what, they went to Eden's house and he was like, oh? Or do you just mean
I'm
like
saying,
he was
but
on-
like
Oh,
they could have
okay,
been
I'm
watching
sorry.
Eden on...
Yeah,
So
that's true.
for new listeners, that's just a friend of ours.
Yeah. We got this friend, he was on Survivor. Australian Survivor, that's about it. That's all you need to know.
I delivered no context.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
that.
Okay.
So it's on Channel 10 here, I believe.
Right, yeah.
And wouldn't you know it, they're often watching Channel 10 programming.
Yeah. So once you understand that, this is like
An ad.
a marketing
Yeah.
tool. But the crazy thing is, like, I would love to have been in the room where somebody's pitching this, because I'd be like, no fucking way is this going to work. But to the point where the Gogglebox people, they're the same sort of people every season or something. I don't know how it works exactly. I don't think I've watched one episode, but I've seen ads for the show.
Yeah.
But they can't become like minor celebrities.
Yeah, I used to work with two of them.
Yeah, I've worked with one as well.
Yeah, right.
Weirdly.
Yeah,
No, sorry. Her family was, and she's like been on a couple of times when she was
gotcha.
over at their house.
Yeah, no, these two guys that had a show together, and they had come from Gogglebox, I think.
Yeah.
Might still be on Gogglebox. I don't know. I never looked into it.
Yeah, I can't believe it still exists. It's so strange, especially in a world, right, where people are like, I hate like being advertised to.
Yeah.
Like, you can't use that excuse if you're watching an ad that has ads in between it. It just seems like a totally mental idea. But yeah, people watch it.
Also, in Australia, I think this is a unique thing to Australia. We have a show where people just watch ads, and it's one of the best shows on TV.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good.
Yeah. The ads are criticized.
Yeah,
That's an important
it's
part
people
about it.
from the advertising industry watching ads on the network, by the way, that our government runs that can't run ads.
Yeah. It's the
Obviously,
perfect place.
You cannot put that show on anywhere else because then obviously the ads won't play on your network.
Yeah.
But it's so fascinating.
It's so fascinating. They talk about like the psychology behind the ads, like how well something is done, how some things totally flop. They'd be like, what the F is this ad? And they'll
talked
talk
recently about the product Hubble Now no one knows what the hell Hubble is.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
advertising's really confusing.
Yeah, I don't. I legitimately, I'm in that camp. I don't know what it does.
I had a few people go, "What is Hubble? Do I need to get it?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"That's what they want. That question right there is what they want. Should I get it?"
You buy. They may as well be selling like a brick.
Yeah.
You know, and just talking about it in this mysterious way. You're like, maybe I do need a brick.
Yeah, it's all we know is it's a set-top box, and more importantly, it's owned by Foxtel, so I don't fucking want it.
Oh God, no! It is funny because
That's Rupert Murdoch for non-Australians.
I don't even know if this is Hubble, but there's definitely a service that has shown up that's something like, "Hey, get all your streaming services in one place."
Yeah,
is that Hubble? Is that the idea?
That's essentially what Hubble is now,
right?
But the other one you're talking about was also owned by Foxtel.
Oh, yeah.
So essentially, Foxtel. Okay, quick tangent.
Yeah,
Foxtel was our cable. We only had one, and it was owned by Rupert Murdoch, and he essentially shut any other cable network from being able to come in.
Yeah.
They brought up the rights to a lot of stuff. It's why we don't have stuff like HBO and whatnot. Mm-hmm. Part of the reason we don't have good internet as well, by the way. Because they didn't want streaming to really take off. And they have tried, ever since streaming has become a thing, to then cableize streaming.
Yeah.
And all they keep offering is ways to have all your streaming in one place and pay us for that.
Yeah.
But any smart TV does that.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Anyway, they're desperately trying to stop people going to streaming and make it cable again.
Yeah.
That's what they missed from the 90s and 2000s.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So people were forced to have Foxtel.
Remember when we controlled the masses?
Now all we have is 80% of the news networks. Anyway.
I think what's part of the crazy thing that they try to sell is they're like, yeah, get all your streaming services in one place. You have to pay us, obviously, but then you also have to pay every other streaming service that you have. Like, what are you doing? What's the point of this anyway? Anyway. All right. I think we should move on, Cambo, and get into shower thoughts.
Shower thoughts, shower thoughts, shower thoughts, shower thoughts.
This shower thought is by Cavend for 2069. The lack of teenage pregnancies at Hogwarts is unrealistic considering that the students had no sex ed classes.
Either that or it just shows that they're all fucking wizard nerds.
Oh, wizard nerds. Nobody's getting laid.
No.
Nah, yeah.
Too busy doing potions. Cool. Cool, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Bunch of nerds. That is a problem I do have with Harry Potter. I got a lot of problems with Harry Potter. One of them is
the author.
One of them is the. Let's not go through all the problems. But one of the problems is that it very blatantly is like, this is replacement school.
Yeah,
this is replacement education.
But they don't seem to be learning English or math.
Even if it was just a throwaway sentence in one of the books, I would be okay with it.
Yeah.
Where Ron's like, oh, no, I've got my English exam. You know? Like, just put that in there.
Yeah.
So that you're like, oh, okay, I get it. They've got normal classes too. But it's like, no.
Yeah.
These are uneducated children. We're going to put them out in society with the power to do magic.
If I remember correctly, doesn't Harry gets taken there when he's like 13, right? Isn't that the thing?
Yeah,
so
I think
like
so.
the start of secondary school.
Yeah, something like that.
In which that means everyone coming out of Hogwarts.
Don't write in if that's not right.
Yeah. Please don't write in. Everyone coming out of Hogwarts will be dumb as shit.
So dumb. I feel
So
like you
all right,
forget.
Harry, we're fighting Voldemort. Now, Voldemort's got 5 enemies on that side.
Yeah.
And 8 enemies on that side. Now, how many total enemies does he have? He's like, oh, boy, I really should have should I do a potion to tell? No, don't do a potion to tell you.
Maybe that's the thing. They're like, yeah, but I could just magic how much I need, I could magic the maths.
Is this the equivalent to when our teachers, when we're doing math, said, well, you're not just going to have a calculator in your pocket all times, but now we literally do.
Idiots.
So for them, they're like, it's not a problem because I'll just magic it.
Yeah. I've never thought about that. But then how do you get the sex at... Oh, no, I bet they magic away babies.
That's the dark thought I had is...
Yeah.
They've made it clear that at some point, I believe wizards used to just shit on the floor and magic it away.
Magic it away.
Don't write in if that's not right. But I
Yeah.
believe that's true.
Yeah, she wrote that in a tweet or something. Is she insane?
That's not all she wrote in a tweet, Nelson. Let me tell you. Does that mean they have the ability? Is the morning after pill a bit of a wand situation?
A wand wavy thing.
Yeah. Literally wave it away.
Literally wave it away. Yeah, I think that might... That's the dark part of Harry Potter they don't want you to know about.
The thing is, if we tweeted JK, she'd probably answer.
Yeah, and she'd probably confirm it.
That's what I mean. It seems that she loves to confirm weird shit in that universe.
Yeah. And
that's a hot button issue.
Maybe, actually, let's go with more, I don't know, PC version of it. Acceptable. Where they can magic their sterility.
Yeah, okay.
Turn it on and off.
Yeah, right.
Maybe that's...
Yeah, or condoms.
But magic ones. Doesn't feel like you're wearing them.
Oh, that's good.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But they're still ripped.
Still ripped. And you don't even have to put them on, because that's annoying too.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of all the annoying things.
Because you're like, which way does this go?
Always the wrong Always the wrong way. It's like a USB.
Yeah.
I can't get it right the first time. No. Yeah. Anywho. Here's another one. This is by HexGirl52. Do countries that drive on the left side of the road also walk on the left side of the hallway? Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Here's another one. This is by... I don't know. I just felt like that was a funny question.
It is, yeah. It's actually a legitimately good question.
Do you know what the thing is, though? I've noticed, I don't know whether it's just me but I think people from my youth, I feel like that was nailed into me that like, walk on the left, always walk on the left. And I'm 100% certain that in my adulthood, people don't give a shit anymore. They walk wherever the hell they want.
I tend to give less of a shit now, I feel.
Even when... But here's the problem I have, though, is even when somebody's coming the other way, I'm like inherently left.
Yeah, back to
right?
left, yeah.
But even just recently, I went to go to the left and some dude went to his right. And I was like, no, this is the problem. This is why we need the rule. Yeah. This is why we need to understand. And I think part of the reason, right... This is, I don't know. I think part of the reason is because if you're walking next to a road, you want to be walking towards the traffic that's coming towards you.
Yeah.
Because then...
You can see it.
You can see. If you're going to get hit by a car, you want to know about it beforehand. And so I think that there's extra logic layered on top of why you want to be walking on the left side when your cars and stuff are also on the left side. Anywho, I think we should make it a law.
To walk on the equivalent side of the hallway.
Equivalent side of the hallway. If not, get shot. Just in the leg.
Yeah.
All right.
But do we have to hire shooters?
Because
that's going to be a big thing.
No, government employed. Yeah. We're getting rid of unemployment as well.
Oh, that's good.
Give people that were only just recently unemployed a gun.
Yeah.
And they can stand in hallways and shoot people that walk on the wrong side.
It's difficult in US schools. I mean,
I think easy.
Not difficult to get approved.
Yeah.
I mean, difficult in that there will be many more deaths.
Yeah, but...
It'll be approved. It's probably approved now, I think.
think they're okay with it because they haven't done anything thus far about all the deaths.
Actually, don't they have police officers in schools?
I think some of them.
Yeah, so they've already kind of got this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just enforce that law now. All right, let's get into podnapping.
Oh my God, I'm being podnapped!
Podnapping.
This is Podnapping, where we nap a pod. We take a topic of conversation or a segment from another thing, and we do it ourselves. This week is my week, Cambo.
Yep.
And I've got a very cool game here. I originally bought it for my nephew. It's a board game type thing. And then I realized an 8-year-old could not possibly play this game. And it even says on the pack, it's for ages 14 plus. So, I should have read that before I got it.
From the start.
Yeah, but it works perfectly as a podnapping. So we've also, the stars have aligned, if you will. We're recording at a time where our beautiful partners, Ellen and Stacey, who's a Suze, we don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah.
They're here right now, and they're going to play this game with us. Hello.
Hi. We're both so annoyed to be here. I invited Alan and Nelson over for dinner, and I did not realize that it came with the tax of forced to be on the podcast.
Yep. That's your fault for being with
one of us.
for being with one of us.
We could be half a bottle of wine in right now.
To be fair,
That's like pretending like you don't have a glass of wine in front of you.
to be fair, you've brought wine into the place.
Yeah.
It's hard to drink, though, if we're forced to talk.
Yeah.
We'll be sitting in silence right now.
Will we be talking, Nelson? What is the game?
Oh, okay. Well, we won't be talking so much. Okay, the game it's called That Sound Game. And the idea is we have some cards here and they have different themes. There's object, nature, the P's, action, and incident. For example, an action on the back of it might say humming. Oh, well, okay, that's the
I want
easiest.
that one.
That is literally the easiest card I could have picked up. Because the idea is you've got to get your teammate to guess what's on the card by only using sounds.
Gotcha.
Or onomatopoeia also is allowed. And that's basically it. That's the premise of the game.
Pick up a card, make the sound, and your teammate has to guess the sound.
Yeah. We've got a little timer for the round, and we've got a dice to determine what theme you will get first.
Yes. Now we're playing in teams.
We're playing in
Is that correct?
teams.
Okay. So it'd be myself and Stacey as a team.
Yep.
And you and Alan as a team.
Yep. That's it.
That's it. Okay. Well,
All
that's
right.
simple enough.
Who wants
Is
to
this you
go
just buying a
first?
podnapping now? Have you just?
Yeah. I went into the board game shop and I said, please, dear God.
I need something that works.
Can any of these work audio only? And that sound game. Very, top of the lips. All right, I guess I'll just go first.
Okay, so you're going to roll this die.
Yeah.
That will determine the category, and then you're off to the races. Alan needs to
Okay.
pick the sound. You've got
Blue.
blue.
I've got object. Oh, also, there are points on the cards. There's difficulty levels of the cards.
Okay.
Humming was obviously 1 point.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you just do as many as you can.
Yep.
I'm hoping I'll get one, honestly.
Okay, so we're starting now.
Okay.
Sprinkler.
Yes!
Well done.
Eerily close to the sprinkler.
It's also a 2-pointer, so it should be about just as hard.
Washing machine.
Not too much time left,
no.
Nelson.
I'm gonna skip one.
A taser.
And that's time. You wanted one, and you got one.
Okay, now, guys, I think you should obviously tell Ellen the obvious sounds that I was doing now.
Were they all taser?
No. Okay. The second one was skipping rope.
Okay.
What?
How do you do that?
You were kind of like mumbling like words in some
Well,
kind of similar
originally
style.
I was trying to do like, because aren't there little songs and jingles you do?
But did you realize you didn't know any?
I realized I didn't know any. And that was a problem. And then the next one was skateboard, which honestly I think I could have gotten with more time.
I believe that you said at the beginning that you can't say words, but you can do motions, which obviously doesn't help with this medium.
Yeah.
But could you have done the universal motion of the hands before you go into a skipping rope? You know, that you do the big loops with your hands?
You're actually meant to have your hands behind your back. So you can use movement with your body, but hands
Like
behind your
skipping.
back is meant to be like skipping. I could have, I don't know, tapped my feet a little bit more. I was just trying to do sound, really, for the benefit of the listeners at home.
So technically you guys are on 2
We're
points.
on 2 points. Okay.
Now,
I was pretty happy with my sprinkler.
It was a good sprinkler.
Yeah,
well
that's
done.
good.
Stacey, are you ready?
So ready.
Okay. We have the P's. Maybe just give me a
So that's like people, places, personalities.
starting with a
something
threer. You ready?
or other. All right, ready, set, go.
Gorilla. Oh, what? Gorilla? Monkey. Is it some form of animal? Zoo.
Yes.
Oh.
Whatever.
Oh. Hey, no headmasters.
Oh. Zombie?
Yes.
Okay, that was a one-er.
I'm gonna need more.
Wait, yeah. This is a very quiet one.
I reckon I know what it is.
Oh, okay. Maybe you guys should get
We'll
married.
skip and we'll see if that one comes to you, Nelson.
Is it all the hands, Cambo?
Like a Joker, villain, a super villain.
Time! Oh, is that one that I couldn't get? Is that like meditation?
Yoga instructor.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
And then the other one was witch.
Oh,
So we
which
ended
was
up
awesome.
with 4 points.
4 points. Okay.
I was trying to do a witch's cackle.
Yes, I think it was just too masculine for me.
Yeah, sorry.
That's
I
my
have that
notes.
I have that bloody problem, Nelson.
Yeah.
All right. Roll the dice, Alan. You've also got the P's.
The P's. Okay, in the car, Ellen and I were discussing that the P's is the worst one. What do you think?
Absolutely the
So-
worst.
Well, yeah, I get most of mine were W's and Z's: zombies, witches, yoga.
That's not okay. All right, ready, set, go. Oh, you've looked. Okay, let's go.
Oh!
Wolf. Howling a werewolf.
Yes.
2 points.
I'm going to skip that one.
Okay.
Oh my God.
You're biting something and then breathing in.
Listeners, that was so much easier if you could have seen my face.
Okay. Is that a growling something that bites Hannibal Lecter? Okay. A zombie, not a zombie. We've already had that.
Should I keep going? Not a zombie, but
We're almost out of time. Oh, I feel like I was so close. Mummy.
And we're out of time.
out of time.
We're out of time.
It was a vampire.
I thought vampire.
Vampire.
Yeah.
I
could
would
have done the
gone-
laugh.
Yeah. Or blur.
The other one I skipped was weightlifter, which just would have been a lot of grunting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, some of these just seem impossible to do. I mean, I guess that's okay. So there is actually an element of this game that I didn't bring into it, which is a lifeline, where you can use it and you can only use it once per like game or something or round, and you can get the person to untie their hands from their back, and then you start a charades thing.
Okay.
But again, I thought not so good for a podcast. So
All right, Stacey. Last round is with you.
you need to get negative points.
all in.
Oh,
What
this
does
is
that mean?
actually, it's meant to be that we all can now guess, which works perfectly because we actually are tied for scores. So,
Okay. Does she roll again now for category then?
you get to choose.
Okay.
Okay.
What are you feeling?
I don't know.
Oh, zombie.
I'm gonna. Maybe I should go for nature because that's a 1, and it'll ease me into it. Can I pick?
Yeah, pick and choose as you go.
As I
yeah,
go?
that's fine.
Okay.
Who cares?
Ready, set, go.
Wind.
Oh, that was a draw.
Okay, go again. Action.
Absolutely not.
Not an action. Yawning.
Yawning.
Yes.
Can Stacey guess them?
Whistling. Yeah.
Guys are all guessing.
Yeah, but there's
this
two
at
of
the
us, so
same
we get an extra
time.
point.
A car.
Car. Motorbike. Crash. Car crash.
Michael's got it.
Oh, that was 2 points too.
2 points.
The sea.
Wave.
Who
Ocean.
said wave?
Yeah, me.
Yeah. I said
man
the
that I
sea.
love.
2 more points.
Oh, absolutely not.
Just out of curiosity, what was that?
It was vulture.
Okay.
I don't know what sound they make.
All your sounds are the same. Air conditioner, heater, volcano.
Okay.
And time.
Okay.
Oh, well done.
Okay, well, that's going to be pretty close. I think you were ahead, but then we got volcano at the end. So.
Well, I think I got volcano. at the
Okay.
end.
No, Ellen definitely said it
got
before you.
volcano.
She's just further away from the mic.
Well, then it doesn't count. This is
So
audio
who got
medium.
volcano?
Me.
That was Ellen for
Yeah, it's
sure.
Alan.
Who got waves?
Me.
That was you.
Who got car crash?
Me.
You.
You.
Yeah.
Who got whistling?
Oh,
That was-
That was a
pretty
draw.
close.
That was
I
a
think.
draw.
That was a draw.
Who got yawning?
We got
You
you
got
on
yawning.
Got that.
Who got no? I skipped a zip lining.
Zip lining.
Yeah, yeah.
Could not do
How
that
the
one.
hell would you ever get zip
And then
lining?
who got wind?
Me.
Well, no. Hey, that one was a draw.
That was a draw too. So Nelson and Alan got
we
3
lost.
points, and then we got 4.
Yes!
Yay!
We're the better couple.
Yes, our love is stronger.
Oh, okay. Well, screw you guys. Thank you for playing, Ellen and Stacey. You may now go back to your wine and get hammered, I guess.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
See you when you're done, and we'll be very drunk.
Okay.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Now it's time for the Ask Me Anything, where listeners of the show, just like you, listener, can write in and ask us anything you want. Well, that was the AMA. Thank you for writing in. If you would like to do so, Reddit podcast, READIT podcast.
In fact, please do so.
Please do so.
Yeah.
You can reach us on our subreddit as well as our email.
Yeah.
Reddit podcast, READIT podcast @gmail.com.
Or Discord.
Or Discord. We'll
Yep.
do it there too sometimes.
Or text me.
Tag me though.
0402.
Tag me in it because otherwise I'll forget. So,
Do we have a Discord channel for AMAs? I think we do.
yeah, we do.
Post in there.
Have I checked that in a while?
I don't know. Maybe we do have an AMA. Oh.
Yeah. But anyway, we'll get to that next week, probably, maybe. We don't know. Yeah, please write in. That'd be great. Also, rate the show
Yeah.
and review it.
Yep.
On whatever podcasting platform you're listening on. And then tell your mum about it.
Yeah. You tell your mum.
We want more mums listening.
We do.
We haven't.
We have a couple.
Yeah, we've got a couple. We haven't actually disclosed this too much, but we do want more mums listening.
We're trying to break into the mum market.
There's a lot of mums out there.
Mums listening. If you've got a mum club, bring it up.
Mum club, bring it up.
Bring it up.
That's where we wanna be.
And this goes without saying, we want less dads. The dads we have now, that's fine.
You're
I believe Zimbo,
okay.
new dad.
New dad. In fact, we welcome new dad.
New dads?
We don't want old dads.
Oh,
Yeah,
But obviously if
except
you're-
if you're an old dad.
yeah,
right now.
yeah. If you're listening, that's fine. Just don't tell any other old dads.
If there's an old dad meeting,
Oh, God, don't bring it up.
bring it up.
But if they want to rate the show, that's fine.
That's fine. Anyway, thank you for listening, and we will read you later.